Teachers. So teachers are supposed to be our kids' saving grace in our absence. They're who our kids can go to seek answers and guidance in anything that they need help with while we're at work or having to take care of whatever we need to take care of in our daily lives while our kids are at school, at least. So, what made this teacher think that it would be okay to use her job title to recruit her students into a self-mutilation ritual to cleanse their souls? Talking about Danielle Harkins, the Florida devil worshiper today. This is Truific Pod, and I'm your host, Britt. Let's get into it.
On staff.
Hey there, Kelly. Danielle Harkins is in jail tonight, accused of some pretty horrific things. St. Pete police say she convinced a group of 7 former students of hers to cut their skin to let the evil spirits out.
Danielle Harkins was a mother of 2 living in St. Petersburg, Florida, and she was a dedicated mother, had a love for her children viciously, which also is why she made it her career. Now, Danielle was an amazing teacher based on what everyone had to say about her. And that's why what she did was so surprising. Like, it came completely out of left field. So Danielle was teaching at the Lilman Asian Neighborhood Family Center, and she had been there about 4 years at the time of this incident, and Danielle was close with her students, as teachers who care are, but Danielle got a little too involved. So Danielle had been going through a divorce pretty freshly, and, she was relatively normal based on what her, neighbors had to say and people that knew her. She was normal before she got the divorce. Now, divorce is extremely traumatic. It'll change you as a person wholeheartedly to go through, whether you want to or not. It's something that, it takes a lot out of you. And so Danielle went for, looking for guidance in any kind of way during this process, which a lot of people do. You want answers on how to fix what went wrong, or how to fix what went wrong with you as a person in that relationship, how to fix that for future relationships. You have to look at a lot, because if you're getting divorced, there's something that genuinely just didn't work, either within the relationship, within the life, just within yourself. Something just wasn't okay, and you realized you had to take the time to figure out the right thing. And so, anywho, she began studying and obsessing over religion after this. And so, Danielle's neighbor said that she had been acting completely normal, and then this divorce happened. Now, when this divorce happened, she went a little Lulu, and she began obsessing over religions and demons, and apparently one day she just was like, "Hey neighbor, how you doing? Just wanted to let you know you don't have any demons in ya. Good seeing ya." And her neighbor was like, "Okay, the fuck? Thanks." And, so she gave her that heads up.
It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be mine?
good looking out. And, so yeah, shit got pretty weird. And one Saturday, things would get even weirder with Danielle, almost unbelievable. So, Danielle would tell her students that they also had these little demons inside of them, right? And...
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
That they needed to join her in a cleansing ritual to cut these demons out and clean them. And so she literally, like, dead ass recruited a little over half of a dozen of her students to just meet her in this park and do this crazy ritual. And, you know, you're a kid, you're going through an identity crisis. At first, when I read this story, I was like, what a bunch of stupid kids. But that's exactly it. Like, they're stupid kids. Like, they're gonna fucking... That's why they were picked for this. Like, you don't have the common sense really at that age to be like, this might not be, like, completely okay. Like, you're very experimental and just weird yourself during those years. So, I guess I myself can understand, because I went through a ton of weird stages in my life. So, she was able to recruit them pretty easily, as an adult would be able to manipulate a child pretty easily, yeah. So she recruits them, and, you know, meanwhile, none of the parents have any idea what's going on, where their kids are, like, that their kids have been talking to this 35-year-old teacher to do, like, some crazy voodoo shit. And so Harkins and 6 boys and 1 teen girl that she had actually recruited met up at this park. And they then, like, lit a small fire, and Harkins told the students to chant and dance with her. And so, in order to get the demons out, they had to cut them out, and then they would, cleanse the cut and seal it with fire. So they're doing some airbender shit.
Earth, fire, air.
Now, at this point, you'd think, you know, kids would have been like, what the fuck, what a crazy bitch, I'm out. Nope, not a one, not a single one. The flags were fucking waving, but, yeah, I don't know. So anywho, she told 2 of the students to cut one another, and said to seal it with fire, and it'll basically make sure that the spirits don't come back in your body. Now, obviously, these kids were reluctant to cut one another and themselves, as a healthy-minded kid would, but that did not stop Harkins. She was determined to save these kids taken by the devil. Period. Point blank. Like, dun 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 dun.
Coming in through the back door! Oh no! Oh no! Grab the children! Save the children!
Period. Point blank. Like, dun 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 dun. So she got the 2 students to cut one another, and then attempted to cauterize the open cuts with a lighter. Which, I'm sorry, but what? Do you know how much heat it takes to, like, cauterize something? You can, but you have to use that lighter to fucking heat something for a while to cauterize it. What? So anyway, that attempt failed, obviously, so she thought, well, let's make sure it works this time. So Danielle takes some perfume, and as you guys know, perfume is very flammable. So she takes some perfume, And sets ablaze one of the fucking kids with the perfume. He ended up with 2nd-degree burns. And she was like, well, I was trying to brand you. Okay. I don't care who you're divorcing, what you went through in the marriage. There ain't no reason. Like, she needed some sort of institutionalization in order to get the proper help she needed. Because something just snapped there. Now, she then slit. Oh my god. Okay. Sorry. I'm just gonna warn you guys, like, this gets worse, so be prepared. It's making my skin crawl to even read this. So, she then slit another teen's neck open with a broken bottle, sterile, good clean word, and then heated a house key to close it. Now, one of the teens had come forward to open up about this ritual with, like, one of his homies, because he was like, I gotta tell someone about this. Like, this is fucking crazy, obviously. So he texts his homie and confides in him, and his homie hits up the kid's parent, and that's how they got the police involved. So, the cops were then called, and while she was arrested, oddly enough, the kids didn't come forward with, like, any information to help put away the teacher. Like, they kept their mouths shut. They are loyal to this day to their teacher. So nobody knows, like, the entire story or background to this event. She was just suspended without pay and charged with child abuse and held in jail on $55,000 bail. That's I don't get it. If I went through this, like, she must have had to have dug into their fucking psyches, dude, in order to have them be like, oh yeah, this bitch is gonna cut me and burn me and all this other whack stuff, and I'm gonna be fine with it. And I'm not letting her go down in any type of shit for any of this. Like, what type of stuff? So, anywho, that's the madness I got for you guys today. If you guys want some more, check us out on Instagram. We are on there at Truific Pod. We're on TikTok. I don't know what the fuck's gonna happen with that. Cause as far as I just heard, TikTok is not a thing in America anymore. They're working on banning it, so you can also find us on Facebook at Truific Pod, and it's basically Truific Pod everywhere. Truific Pod, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, TruificPod. Everything. On everything. So, anywho, we have merch. Check out the merch. We got some new merch. It's Prism Attire Clothing on Instagram. I will drop that right here for you guys. And, yeah, that's all the brain melting I got for tonight. I hope you guys liked the episode. And, give me your opinions. I mean, how would you feel if your kid was recruited by their teacher to take part in some sort of, like, crazy ass cleansing ritual? Because I'd be losing it. Anywho, you guys have a good night, and thank you! Adios.